Hi guys, welcome back to the Yoga Shack. I'm your host, Rachel. So today we're going to do a 30-minute gentle practice. It'll be a complete practice and it'll be perfect for us rolling into the end of July. I can't believe it. All right, so anyway, let's start with what we're going to need today. Strap, maybe a bolster. You might not need it just for Shavasana at the end if you want to put it under your knees, and maybe a cushion to sit on in the beginning. All right, so let's start seated. Just get down here, comfortable seated position. You can be cross-legged or sitting on your heels, and let your eyes close once you're there. So I'll do my eyes too. So we're just all going to close our eyes. If you're not comfortable with your eyes closed, you can have a soft focus in front of you on the floor with your peripheral vision open, okay? So just begin by taking a deep breath in through the nose and then exhale completely, blowing it out through your mouth. We're going to do 3 more just like that. Just inhaling and big exhale. At your own pace, 2 more. Slowing down the exhale now, yeah. Last one. And then now breathing in and out through your nose. Just letting the air come in through the nose, out through the nose. And see how far you can observe the entering of the air into the nose. So if you just notice it right at the entrance to the nostrils there, that's fine. If you can observe up into the nostrils themselves, go for it. And for those of you that, can really stretch your awareness, maybe you can even have a sense of it going way back into your sinuses, deep into the head. So in yoga, we have this energetic connection between the nose where we're taking our breath in through the nose and the third eye center, which is really like we always talk about the third eye center being at the center of the forehead, right above the eyebrows. But really, it's the center of the brain. So if you were to, so you're still breathing here, you can, check me out of here if you want. The center of the brain, meaning that if you were to go in through your mouth and you have the hard palate on the roof of your mouth, which is like the bony part, the structure at the roof of your mouth. If you were to go back further towards your throat, there's a softer, squishier area of the mouth on the roof, and that's the soft palate. While it's still firm, it has a softer feel than the hard bone at the front. So the third eye center is if you went straight up through that soft palate and straight down through the crown of the head and straight back through the center of the forehead, right where those 3 points intersect, that's the third eye center. So we're talking really center of the brain stuff here. So now, with all that being said, let's imagine that on the inhale, when you take the air in through the nose, you can imagine it going right from the nose right up into the third eye. So you just picture that moving on a diagonal from the nose right up above the soft palate, right through the crown of the head, behind that spot on the forehead, third eye center. So this moving of the breath, it's really moving of energy of prana. It allows us to tap into that part of ourselves that is self-soothing, that's self-regulating, that allows us to find balance for ourselves. It's not and nothing that comes from external. It's all just us breathing. So it's from your nose right up into the third eye. Like it's washing the brain, the center of the brain, promoting relaxation, calmness, Releasing any anxiety, coming into the present moment. Good. So now we're sitting nice and tall, and allow the breath to carry the arms up out to the sides on your next inhale, reaching up, palms come together. Exhale, draw down. And let's do 2 more breaths like that. Inhaling up. Exhale, draw down. And on your third one, stop at the solar plexus, letting the right hand swivel on top of the left hand. Go within and see, why are you here to do this practice today? Do you have an intention for yourself? And bringing the palms together in front of the heart center. And let's begin with an Om. Om. Good. Letting the eyes open and making your way around into a table now on all fours. Hands right under the shoulders, knees hip width apart, and flow right into cat and cow. Let's inhale the back up towards the ceiling and exhale and let the belly open, raise up the head, raise up the tail. Oh, that's good. Inhaling and exhaling. Continuing to flow at your own pace, letting the back wave up and down. Yeah. Good. So now let's take a puppy stretch. So puppy stretch is like child's pose, but we don't take the hips all the way to the heels. Just step the hands out about 10 inches in front of where they were. Shift the hips slightly in back of the knees and let the forehead make contact with the floor. And just reach back through the hips towards the heels. The fingertips stay right where they are, just anchored, so you get a little traction through the upper back. Oh, I love that. All right, now we're going to walk the hands back in, right under the shoulders. Back to cat and cow. This time, exhale the back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, open the belly, raise up the head, raise up the tail. Good. Follow your breath with your own rhythm. It might be different than mine, and that's fine. I mean, let's celebrate that, right? We're like, variety is the spice of life. It's good. All right, find your way back to center. Extend your right leg out behind you, and your toes are curled under, and just slide it over towards the left side. Look over the left shoulder. Let the right hip lean just ever so slightly to the right, while the toes just stay planted here. So we have this nice diagonal stretch off to the left. Come back to center. Other leg, stretching that left leg back over to the right side, and let the left hip just slightly, as if someone had like a little string attached to the left hip and it's trying to drag it over towards the left side. And then back to center. Both knees down. Back to our puppy stretch. Walk the hands out in front, hips a little bit in back of the knees, forehead down. Breathe here, right in between the shoulder blades. Walk the fingertips away from you, maybe a little bit more. And then back to table, walk the hands in. That's good. All right, so now curl the toes under, lift the knees. Knees are bent here. Back of the neck is long. And then pedal the feet. One heel sinks down, and then the other heel going side to side. One and then the other. Good. And then let your feet start just little micro steps in towards the hands. And then let the hands do little micro steps back towards the feet until you get all your weight into your legs. And you're doing this bent knee forward bend. Climb up the legs with the hands as you roll up through the spine all the way up to stand. And once you're up, arms float up. Palms come together if possible. Exhale the arms all the way down. Excellent. Roll the shoulders back. Roll it back. All right, so we're gonna do a little stepping here, side to side. Just go with it, okay? We're rolling the shoulders back. Then we're going to just roll one shoulder and step in that direction, okay? So as you roll the shoulder, you're stepping off to that side of your mat. And then once you hit the very edge of your mat, you're gonna roll the other shoulder back and just stepping to the side that you're rolling. It doesn't matter which side you go to first here. It doesn't matter. And then once you hit the edge of your mat, switch it up again. Breathe as you go. You can't get this wrong. This is really, we're thinking outside the box here. We're asking the body to, all right, now I'm going the other way. We're asking the body to do something a little new, a little out of like our usual yoga ordinary, right? And so this is how we build our new neuroconnectors in the brain. And it's also a way to just repattern the whole nervous system. It's good. Simple, right? All right, one more time here, all the way over to the other edge of your mat. And then come back to the center of your mat. Feet are about hip width apart. Feet are like tracking forward, nice and parallel. Good. Find the full length through your entire torso. Soften the knees ever so slightly here. So my knees are just a tiny bit bent, like fractional. I don't have them locked back, a little fractional bent, so that my tailbone can just hang down here. Just, yeah. All right. So from here, we're going to go into Utkatasana. So Utkatasana is our squat where you can sit back into the hips here while the knees stay pretty much over the ankles. They shift forward a little bit, but not so much that I'm letting the knees come way over the toes. They just come forward just slightly as the hips come back, like you're sitting in a high bar stool, and then come right back up to stand. But never lock the knees out. We keep them fractionally bent here. Inhaling at the top, exhale and sit down. Inhale, back up, smooth. Don't lock the knees. Exhale and sit. Keeping the length through the entire spine as you inhale up. Good. And then exhale and sit down. Good. Coming back up. This time, let's bring the arms into it. So we're going to exhale and sit, but the arms come up a little on that exhale. Inhale, right back up. Exhale and sit. Arms come up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, float up. Good. Last one. Exhale and sit. About shoulder height with the arms. Fingertips are reaching forward. Inhale all the way up. This time, like you're pushing all the energy in the world, right? All the way up to the ceiling. Exhale the arms down in front of you. Inhale and reach up. Stretch it up. Exhale, arms come down, 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 down. Good, one more. Inhale and reach. Exhale, soften down, 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 down. Good. Bring your hands to your hips now. We're going to do like a little, you know that song about the teapot pouring out to the side? We're going to do that side to side here. So just taking the upper body and swaying it over, and then bring the hips into it. So as the upper body goes to the right, the hips go to the left. And then as the upper body goes to the left, the hips go to the right. And we're going side to side. So as the upper body comes over to the left, you're really putting a lot more weight into your right foot. And vice versa. As you come over to the right, you have a lot more weight in your left foot. So you can really feel how you come off your plumb line. So your plumb line would be when you're standing up straight. This is like Tadasana, right? Right here at center. And then we come off of that and we say, oh, how does that feel? What kind of strength is required to come off of that? Good. Come back to center. Inhale. One arm up. The other hand stays on your hip. Arcing over. Good. Let's come back down. And the other hand reaching up. Arcing over. Coming all the way back down. Awesome. Interlace your hands at the elbows. Inhale the arms up in front about shoulder height. Let the chin drop down towards the chest. And then pick the head back up and drop the arms all the way to the sides. All right, so let's do that again. We're going to inhale, clasp the elbows. Exhale and bend the chin in. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale the arms down. Good. One more time. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, let the chin dip down towards the throat notch. Inhale the head back up. Exhale the arms down. Perfect. Inhale, both arms up now to Tadasana. Palms face each other. Yeah, drop the shoulders down the best you can. We're reaching up through the fingertips. If this is not comfortable for your shoulders or your neck, you can bring the arms a little bit more forward or even really forward. Make it work for you. You can even have the arms down below shoulder height. That's fine. Okay? Go with the variation that works for you. The main focus is that we have this long body from crown of the head right down to the soles of the feet. The arms are just like a little add-on here. Okay, keep breathing. We're going to hold just for a few more moments, finding that still spot within. Excellent. Let the arms come all the way down, down, down. Separate the feet now a little bit wider, turning your right toes out, left toes in. Good. Take the arms up about shoulder height. Inhale, exhale, and bend that right knee right over the ankle. So again, we want the knee over the ankle, not so the knee bends and it's over the toes. We want it right over the ankle. Good. Turning the head to look to the right. Excellent. And now letting the right forearm come down to the thigh. And the left arm can reach straight up towards the ceiling or alongside the ear. And again, that knee stays right over the ankle. And this nice framework on the lower arm, shoulder. Keep the right shoulder away from the ear. Keep dropping that down. Good. Inhale, back up. Warrior two. Exhale, both arms down. Lengthen out this right knee. Good. I'm going to inhale and exhale and reach out to the right now, coming into triangle. And once you feel a nice little stretch here in the right hamstring, that's right where you stay. And the right arm drops down, left arm reaches up, and we're nice and long here. Good. Breathe. Inhale, back up. Let's visit warrior two one more time. And release the arms down. Pivot around now. So we have the left toes turn out, right toes turn in. Bend the left knee. Again, right over the ankle. Arms float up. Look out to the left. So even though you can't see it, this right arm behind you, it's lengthening as much to the right as you are to the left. There's no forward lean or anything at this point. We have this nice up-down plumb line. And now letting that left forearm come down to the thigh. And the right arm reaches up towards the ceiling or alongside the ear. Good. The head can just look forward. Good. Good. So when I say good, I say it for myself as much as with you guys. Like, I know you guys are doing very well out there. Yeah, I'm doing well here too. We're all good. We're good. All right, we're coming back up to warrior two. And then lengthen out that left leg, reaching out to the left, that left hamstring. Once it starts talking to you and you feel that little stinging, like the stretchy feel to the muscle, that's where you swivel, okay? So now you have all this core strength that you're working on as you're tipping over to the left side. Good. Right arm reaches up. Yeah, come back up. Back to warrior two. Look out to the left. Release. Take the arms down, both legs lengthen out. Excellent. Pivot around so that both feet are parallel. Hands to the hips. Bend the knees a little bit deeper than that fractional bend. Now we have them quite bent here. Coming down into a forward bend, you can have your hands on your thighs with the fingertips wrapping in towards the inner thighs. As you keep lifting your butt behind you. So if you start to come forward and you notice your tailbone is really tucking under and you have this like rounded low back, come up to a place where you can neutral the spine and we really send the tailbone behind us. And that might even mean taking the feet a little bit more narrow so that you can have greater leverage with the arms to let the tail sink behind you. Okay? Yeah. So if you're more flexible, you can bring your hands down to a block. And if you're feeling like more bendy tonight, you can have the hands down on the floor. But remember, for this variation, we really have the knees bent. And the main focus is to keep that tail lifting behind us, to keep the low back neutral. Neutral. So neutral means it's your low back has the same curves to it that it would have if you were standing upright. So that the back naturally curves inward in the mid back, and we're keeping that lumbar curve. That's called the lumbar curve. All right, let's come all the way up to stand, all the way up. Pivot the feet, heel toe them in so they're about the width of the outside of the shoulders, and then take the hips around into a circle, relaxed circle, going one way and then the other. Perfect. All right, so now make your way down onto the floor. Grab your strap. We're going to come onto the back. So grab that strap we were talking about in the beginning. And if you can use anything, it doesn't have to be a designated like yoga strap. You can use like a knee-high sock, a belt, any kind of tie, a scarf. Trying to think of things that I've used before. Jump rope. All right, so we're going to lasso the right foot. You get the idea. Anything that makes a longer extension for your leg and hand to make contact here. So we're going to lasso the right foot. Left foot's on the floor. Extend out through the right sole of the right foot. And just breathe here. You're looking for the first glimmer of a stretch in the back of the right leg. Feeling the whole torso supported. Yeah. Good. So now let the left knee drift out to the left side as the right leg drifts out to the right. Just a little bit off center. We're not looking to get the legs all the way down to the floor here. Just a little counterbalance. Keep the torso centered. So we're not rolling to one side or the other. Come back to center. Cross the legs. Left leg to the right, right leg to the left. Stay centered. We're not rolling one side to the other. We're keeping it square in the torso. Come back to center. Good. Release the strap, bend the knee in, and then cross your ankle on the left thigh. Breathe, 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 breathe. So the big thing here is that you don't take this farther than your body wants to go. We can stay right here, or you can bring the left foot off the floor. You'd be going deeper into the stretch, or you can hug this left leg in towards the chest. But keep wherever your breath is flowing the most easily, that's where you want to stay. It's a gentle practice. It's an opportunity to meet yourself in a gentle way, which in itself allows for self-acceptance. It allows for an acknowledgement of your life, your body, your emotions, your thoughts. It allows for all of those things to be exactly how they are right now. We find compassion and patience through gentleness. All right, let's release this side. Both feet come to the floor and let the knees just drift side to side. And then back to center. Take your strap again. Lasso the left foot. Extend out. Hold here. Breathe. And again, we're just looking for that first glimmer of a stretch in the back of the left leg. So for some of us, the leg might even be more here, and that's fine. As long as you're feeling a stretch in the back of this leg, that's where you need to be, okay? So just for today, we're just hanging out here. And then we're counterbalancing, right leg to the right, left leg to the left. Stay square in the body. We're not turning to one side or the other. Back to center. And then cross the legs. Cross them over. Good. Back to center. Bend your knee in, crossing that left ankle on the right thigh, flexing the left foot. You can stay right here, or you can go to that place where you're hugging the leg in. Wherever you're at, meet yourself gently. Meet yourself with compassion, patience, acceptance. All right, let's release both feet down to the floor. Let the knees drop side to side. A little twisting action here, side to side. Good. And then preparing for Shavasana. Now taking your bolster, if you're using one tonight, or you can use a pillow if you like, placing it behind your knees. Or it might be daytime for you. This is my tonight. So here I go. Bolster behind the knees. Letting the arms relax out at the sides, letting the palms roll upwards. Legs can roll outwards. Let everything settle. Bringing the palms together, rubbing the hands together, building some friction. Shaking the hands out and placing the palms over the eyes and letting the eyes close as you provide some space here for really the eyes to relax. As the eyes relax, the third eye center relaxes, but also it starts to dilate and open and be receptive to our inner knowing, our inner guidance, our inner peace. Gently letting the hands lift off the face and drift down to the sides so the palms are up. Let's go right to Shavasana. Relaxing the feet, ankles, knees. Relaxing the hips, low back. Relaxing the belly, the mid back, upper back. Relax your heart center. Relax your shoulders, elbows, wrists, and your hands. And now relax your face, your entire scalp, crown of your head open and relaxed. Relax your entire body. Let your next breath be a little deeper, wiggling the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, stretching out, and then drawing your knees in towards your chest and rolling over onto your right side into a little ball in a fetal position, really embracing the energy of renewal, of rebirth, of potential energy. And using your left hand to press into the floor, coming on up and coming into a comfortable seated position. Letting your eyes close. Feeling the place where you're making contact with the floor. And feeling the safety in that contact. That place of knowing where you are. That confirmation of self. Let your breath flow easily without any sort of controls on it. And then bringing the palms together and having gratitude for your practice that you did today. And let's end our practice here with an Om. And bowing to the light and the shadow and everything. Hari Om Tat Sat. And bowing to each other. Namaste. Namaste. Have a great day or night. Have a great one. It was so good to practice with you. So good. And I'll see you next time.